What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl. How y'all doing? Happy Monday to you all. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know I did. So let's get into this story because I find it kind of interesting that this happened. Now, it's a young lady. She was stuck in Atlanta because in Atlanta they had an NBA All-Star weekend, okay? And a lot of people was going to that. But she got stuck in Atlanta. Okay, so let's get into her story and see why she got stuck in Atlanta. A woman raised money on GoFundMe after saying she was stuck in Atlanta following the NBA All-Star weekend and needed help getting home. The fundraiser was later deleted, and she wrote that she was headed to the bank. But the campaign continued trending as people wondered why strangers would help fund her trip. Okay. The campaign organizer, Yaz the Stallion, wrote that she went to Atlanta with $400 and became stranded when her unemployment check did not clear in the time to go home. The original post was deleted, but only after it generated $1,604. Okay, so she claimed that, the organizer claimed she was stranded and needed money to go home to New York, and more than $1,600 was donated to her. Now, my thing is this. If you know you got to go somewhere or you plan to go somewhere, you make sure you have a separate account with money to fund your fund. You have to have funds to fund your fund. And she should have just made sure that her, unemployment check was going to clear, because let me tell you something, being stranded is no joke. Being stranded is no joke. A lot of things could have happened, by her being stranded. I don't know if she stayed in a hotel and that was it. She couldn't stay another night, but she took to the internet and asked and made a GoFundMe and asked, people to help her get home. Okay, it says here that she had bought a one-way ticket to the NBA All-Star weekend, but got stuck because her unemployment check did not clear, so she could not return home. Now, I don't know why she couldn't ask her folks for it, her friends, her family in New York, but, it is what it is. Now, if you're going somewhere like that, like an NBA All-Star weekend or out of town, you have to make sure you get a round-trip ticket. You do not go anywhere without getting a round-trip ticket. You have to get, because you gotta have, I don't care if you got $1 in your home, in your pocket or your pocketbook, but at least you got that $1 in your pocketbook, but you got a full ticket that's paid for when you do round-trip, and you wouldn't be stuck. I went to Atlanta for an All-Star weekend with $400. Only booked one way because I was waiting on my unemployment to pay my way back. Then they baited. I needed help surviving and making it back home to New York. Please, anything will help. Yaz the Stallion wrote on her GoFundMe page. The page was deleted within less than 19 hours. In that time period, the fundraiser received $1,604 in donations from more than 50 donors. So here are some of the things people had said. So people was donating to her. One person donated to her with $10 and says, "Get it together, shorty." Another $10 donation. Now you know better. Do better. Another $20 donated to her. "Girl, don't do this mess no more. It's all kind of people in the city. And if you don't have for sure money, you have no money." Okay, I get you on that one. It's always next year in the summer. So people were saying things to her to wake her up and let her know, "Girl, this is not the way to do it. Don't be doing this kind of stuff no more." But they still donated $10 and $20. And that's out the goodness of their heart, because they don't know her, but I guess they didn't want nothing to happen to her or for her to be stranded. Okay, so it says an alert on the link says this fundraiser is no longer accepting donations. If you are the organizer, beneficiary, team member, or donor, sign in to see additional information. While the organizer wrote she lives in New York City, her GoFundMe profile says she lives in Philadelphia. The page was named "I Need Help Getting Back Home. I'm Stuck in Atlanta." It was listed under accidents and emergencies. Some donors wrote messages along donations like "Get it together, shorty," "Broke B," and "Now you know better, do better." I saw that "Broke B" thing. I was like, oh God, please, you know. If you don't want to give, then don't. If you do want to give, just give, and just give her some constructive criticism. But somebody say, you broke B. Oh my goodness. But that's the internet for you, right? A Facebook profile using the same name and profile took to Facebook to share her fundraiser page and said she was headed to the bank hours after the fundraiser was posted. "On my way to the bank," she wrote, "Thank you all." Now, Pro Sports Extra and Ice Cream Convos reported the fundraiser was a scam. So you got to be careful because you don't know if when people are genuine out here. You know, sometimes, I'm not saying her per se, but sometimes people use sob stories to try to come up on other people's money. And right now, times are hard on the boulevard. And I don't have no extra pennies to be thrown to nobody. I need all my coinage in my pocket for me and my family. You get what I'm saying? But I'm happy those that donated to her, I'm glad they did. She got home. I hope she's safe and sound. And I hope she will never do this again. Let me tell you something. When you are going out of town, you got to make sure all your I's are dotted and all your T's are crossed. And you have to make sure you always get a return ticket, a round trip ticket. I don't care if you got $50 left over in the bank. If you know you want to go somewhere, make sure you have a place to stay and a round trip ticket. That way you go do what you got to do, lay your head down, get up the next day, and go home with no worries. You get what I'm saying? So, update. This was entirely fake. She wasn't in Atlanta. She was doing this all to get money from people. She was trying to scam people. But if you're dumb enough to donate to her, then I don't know what to say. And that's what Pro Sports Extra wrote. Ice Cream Conversations wrote, the young lady has taken to Facebook to say it was a joke. See, also scam, and she's on her way to the bank. And I will put that in my commentary that's up here. See, you can't, Many people commented on her post saying they believed the fundraiser was a scam. Others were shocked that strangers supported her and said she should not have left her state without money to return. She posted she was enjoying the jokes and shared a series of fundraisers from others trying to raise money with the same claim. 4.1K viewers, she wrote, followed by 7 laughing emojis. Y'all salty as ASF. You know what that means, ASF. It was not clear whether donations were actually cashed. GoFundMe has a policy and claims process designed to protect donors in scams, and they did not immediately release funds from donors. Nearly all GoFundMe fundraisers are accurate and funds are delivered and used for their state purpose. In the rare occurrence of misuse, the GoFundMe guarantee ensures that donations and donors are protected. The GoFundMe guarantee policy says most conflicts are not actual misuses of the GoFundMe platform, and organizers work to answer questions and resolve donors and beneficiaries' concerns quickly. But if your issue is not sufficiently addressed, then we are here to help. Oh, scams. I don't like stuff like that. I mean, because you think somebody's actually, stranded out there, and you try to be good, do good, and to find out it's a scam, and then she's laughing all the way to the bank. I hope they did not release the funds to her as soon as possible. I don't know how GoFundMe works altogether, because I never used one and I never donated to one. So with that being said, I don't know how long you have to wait to get your money, but it's heartbreaking to see that it was fake. Okay, it's heartbroken. It's heartbreaking to see that it's fake, because people in this day and time, money is hard to get. especially if you don't have a job, people are relying on the income tax money, the stimulus checks, unemployment, all this kind of stuff. And what type of person you are to try to scam somebody out of money. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's why you have to be very careful who you donate to. You got to do background checks. You got to make sure that these people are really in need, you know. But it is what it is. So you guys, what do you think about this whole thing? Do you think that you should give people back their money, or people going to take it as a loss, but they will know next time? Let me know, how do you feel about this whole thing, okay? And I'll talk to you guys later.